Numbers will speak even more if we will digest them better. The pricing of it from the developer was slightly wrong, in my opinion. Triple your money, double your money in 1 or 2 years. This is not going to happen. Very good day everyone, it's Alexander Byrka here as usual, and today I'm extremely delighted to announce you that we are launching some new series on the channel, where basically we are going to take different developers and we will analyze their tracking record. I truly believe that this episode should give you some more clarity on how the market operates, especially in a historic moment in time when the records are being beaten on a monthly basis. Let me take you now back in time in 2022. This year in my mind is the moment when the world was getting back to the normal life after COVID, and also that's the year when the Russia-Ukrainian war started. For Dubai, 2022 is probably the beginning of a new era, and we probably can all agree that when things are going south across the world, Dubai has all the benefits from it. We will start our series by bringing to your attention each and every project that Emaar brought to the market in 2022, and we will see the performance of them nowadays. Altogether, they have announced 25 different projects in Dubai, which consists of 17 residential buildings, 5 projects of townhouses, and 3 projects of standalone villas. I did a huge research on this topic, so basically what I was looking for is first of all the original price from the developer in 2022 for each and every type of unit. 1-bedroom apartment, should it be a 3-bedroom townhouse, or a 5-bedroom standalone villa. Then I was looking for the actual selling price nowadays in 2025 for these exact units. I was looking not for the asking price on the property finder, that's important, but actual registered transactions in Dubai Land Department. Then I calculated the appreciation in price on these units, and what's more important, I was looking for the appreciation on the equity invested, as let's say 80% of these projects are still under construction to be completed in the next 6, 12 or 18 months. Now the shortened results of the analysis are right in front of you. On the left side you can see the full range of projects, obviously in the same order in which they came to the market, starting from January 2022. Then we can monitor the average appreciation based on the equity invested for each and every type of unit, depending on the number of bedrooms. And on the right side, we can see the average numbers for every project. Out of 25 developments, 4 of them you can see now on your screen are showing slightly lower results than the majority, which is less than 25% appreciation in 3 years, and 4 of them are showing 70 to 79% appreciation in price, which is roughly 25% per year. Now I want you to think about this. The chances of you buying blindly from Emaar, let's say without any research, without any help, without any proper agent giving you an advice, were as following. Probably 16% that should have bought something relatively bad on the paper. 16% that should have bought a property bringing you 75 to 80% appreciation on the equity invested in 3 years' time. And 64%, the majority, that should have bought a property which would generate you 10 to 15% yearly before the completion. And to me that's outstanding, and hats off to Emaar. Now it's also important to compare it with other strategies of generating passive income in the world, and probably the first one is people putting the money in the bank with an interest rate annually on the USD account 3 to 5% typically. Then the second type of passive income is probably the crypto, but unless you are an expert and you can be proactive in your phone day in, day out, probably you can't generate these numbers. And the third type is basically you buy from Emaar, average you make 10 to 15% returns on the equity invested, and you sleep well at night, the city is doing great, and let's go ahead and study the next numbers. Let's analyze the projects which didn't bring a good result just yet. Both Address Hillcrest and Beachgate by Address have been launched in areas which are at final stage of their development. Areas where the infrastructure is built. Beachfront and Dubai Hills Estate. These branded projects are definitely going to hit another 15 to 20% on completion. Mark my words, the finishes, the quality are levels higher than the neighborhood. In the case of Seascape, just wait another 2-3 months for the completion of Seagate, which will mark the official opening of Mina Rashid and Yachts Marina as an area to live in, and this will surely add 10 to 15 above on the prices. The last example is Hills Park, and in my opinion, the pricing of it from the developer was slightly wrong, in my opinion, because it's the same idea as Parkfield. However, the prices were 10 to 15% higher, so that's the result of it. It doesn't mean it's a bad project, it will generate good rental yields, but we will have to wait slightly more for the appreciation to happen. Now, coming back to the full screen, we can see that people made 38% out of the invested equity in 2022 with Emaar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look, numbers will speak even more if we will digest them better. What is interesting enough is that 3 projects out of the 4 which performed on an incredible way are basically townhouses. Bliss in Arabian Ranches 3, Talia in the Valley, and Orania in the Valley. Now, whoever is following me for the last couple of months, surely you remember when we discussed about the townhouses and I suggested them strongly, and I'm happy to see now these numbers and this outcome and to show them to you. So if you went and bought a simple townhouse in 2022 from Emaar in any of their 3 communities, the Valley, Ranches or Emaar South, you would have made at least 43%, but on average 64%. Spectacular. It's slightly a different scenario when we discuss apartments, and for good reason. Based on numbers, the most desired type now in 2025 is the 2-bedroom apartment, and I totally agree with these results. Perfect for both personal use, resale value, and rental yields. The 3-bedroom apartments are most of the time growing more after their completion, as the buyers for them are usually families who look specifically for personal use. That's why the strategy should be chosen accordingly to your requirements, and that should be done before proceeding with the purchase in Dubai. When speaking about the villas, we can see that Farm Gardens and Eli Sab are yet to be finalized, and people made on average 37 to 41% on top of the invested equity, which again is more than in the case with the apartments. Now, as we're coming to the end of the video, I want to point your attention once again to something extremely important. First of all, dear customers, if you are being told that you are going to triple your money, double your money in 1 or 2 years, this is not going to happen. This is number 1. Number 2 is that if you are looking to resell your property, you will definitely be able to do that 16 to 12 months before completion, not earlier, so not within 1 year after the property purchase. That's not the case in Dubai nowadays. And obviously, the third important point is that if you are generating 25 to 50% under construction, that's an incredible result. My dear friends, hopefully this video was helpful. I look forward for the next episode on the channel where we'll take the next developer. Please comment below, by the way, what name you want to see next. And you can always text me on the WhatsApp if you have any questions or you want to buy, sell or rent anything in Dubai. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Here is my phone number. And on to the next time. I wish you all a productive day. Bye-bye.